What's good, everybody? Welcome to your happy hour Q&A stream.
Camera, my darling dearest.
Just moments ago, you missed some amazing vocalizations. I think that's the word I was looking for. Yeah,
you could just say singing.
Yes, I mean,
it's a much easier.
It's fun, Steimer.
I want to call what I was doing singing. Maybe what you were doing.
Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome to January's happy hour Q&A. Thank you, Jennifer, for dropping that link in the chat. Welcome to our new set. Yay!
We all are sitting at a desk.
Right. Table.
We decided, well, really, I kind of made the call that the couch set of yore was nice and all, but this is much more functional for us. It allows us to sit closer together. It allows me to have a mouse over here so I no longer have to awkwardly walk in and out of the shot to start and stop the stream.
Yeah.
We now have the technology to manually do everything from here.
Desk space. It's wonderful.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And we got a new camera too, which is even cooler. So,
and also horrifying because it's true 4K and you see things you don't want to see about yourself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the first time you look at one of those zoomed in mirrors for like makeup applications.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of
like the super zoom. And you're
like
just
the
like
10 times zoom.
Woof. Yeah, you're like nobody needs to see themselves 10 times zoomed in. No. This is no. Why is this a thing that exists?
Let's talk about these straws.
I would love to talk about these straws because I've been holding mine up for a while.
Go ahead.
So dear John Drake, gave us these straws for Christmas, but you know, January, and
they came late because
they came a little late.
They arrived from China probably.
So mine's, they all say WGG and then our name. So mine's Steim. If you can
trying
read
to see
that.
how you could see it best.
Flip it around. Yeah, exactly.
See, it says WGG Andrea,
and I got Brit with a T.
So we're going to attempt to drink from these straws.
Yes.
At some point during the stream today.
I kind of want to try right now.
Okay, go for it. I can see the water moving through the straw.
You gotta take a breath to do this.
Keep going. You're almost there, Steimer.
How long did that take? We need to time it because like I just see the water running through and it's like so long. Oh, look at the bubbles. Whoa, Brittany.
Oh, it's because of the champagne bubbles.
Dude, the bubbles look really cool in there. Okay, it almost looks like it's lit up.
Yeah, let me see if I can get like a boomerang or something happening here.
Dude, it looks sick.
Social media on the fly. You guys don't mind, do you?
Also, I'm just drinking water.
Give me a count. Tell me when you're ready, man.
I'm not as cool.
Okay, go. You can't really see it. Sorry.
Aww.
It doesn't look as good as I thought it was going to.
The straw is as long as the whole beverage. Yeah,
disappointing.
Good, but now what do I do with this?
This is the question. That's why I didn't want to get mine wet.
Whoa! It looks so cool though. I know you guys can't see it on camera, but you just see all the bubbles going backwards now because it's draining. Give it a minute.
Yeah, it'll just. You could
blow. Suck it or blow it.
All right. Well, this stream has started out wonderfully. We see Carl, Veranitude, PSW, Devin, Gritter Plays, P, Juicy Loose, Nom Noms, Jennifer, Martha. Thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Well.
Yes, welcome. If this is your first happy hour Q&A, make yourself known. Let us say thank you for joining us.
Thank you for being a patron.
I thought you were going to keep going.
I couldn't remember the rest of the lyrics, so stopped.
Well, I'm going to pull up the responses that you guys have been submitting for your questions. Challenger Luke says, hey, Andrea, it's like 23 degrees in Minnesota and it feels warm out. Any good North Dakota or Minnesota winter stories? Oh,
goodness.
I have plenty. You should drop that question into the doc, though, because I don't want to go out of order into the questions. 10 out of 10 for funkiness, says Veranitude, and 1 out of 10 for practical application.
Yeah,
very true.
John literally said, I bought a dumb, funny gift for you guys.
It's exactly that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So what's going to probably happen is we look at them and we use them for a little bit on the stream today, and then they end up in a drawer somewhere.
Yep.
Or we could mount them.
Aw.
It's me. It's like a sign over my head. But also, I could drink from it.
Yeah. If only, if we got
it like turned down.
If we got like a headband that we could attach it to.
It's like in the Sims, like what are things called over their heads?
I don't remember.
Diamond thingies?
The diamond things. They have a specific name though.
You're the Sims
I forget the name of it. Someone will say in chat because they've got better memories than I do.
It's true.
Hello, Mo.
But me. Hello, Sean Parsons. How are you?
Hello, friends. Hello.
I'm just preparing the document.
That's fine. So these chairs make farting noises. I don't think the show will pick them up. But it
No,
would
the
be kinda
microphones are
funny.
really good.
It'd be funny if they did.
Wait, why is it doing this?
What's good gas?
Well, it's good gas. It can be in the form of these bubbles too.
That's true.
Why are you not using your coaster?
Because it doesn't need a coaster.
But it looks so good.
That's a Mario coaster.
And it's a Mario coaster. It's a Mario coaster.
What is
Those are from the Cottons.
what
Plum
is-
Bob. Yes, it is a plum bob with juicy loose. Thank you.
What is Mario's favorite thing to wear?
What is his favorite thing to wear?
I'm going to murder this.
Denim, denim, denim.
Ah, there it is.
That took me a minute. I was like, I know that this is a joke.
Because I
I'm
told
trying
you
to
that
remember
joke
it.
last time we were
No,
here.
I've read that joke online too, but I just I was like, come on, brain, you can do it. You can remember.
Oh, what is
Ooh, that would be cool.
going
Carl says
on?
someone needs to get into After Effects and neon, make it a neon sign. That would be really neat.
Thank you, Greta Plays. It is a really cool Zelda thing. Andrew, where'd you get this? The Nintendo World Store or something?
The Nintendo New York store.
Yeah, it has a cool like hood thing. That's like,
It's like a turtleneck
I think it's just meant to be
sweatshirt shirt.
fashionable. It, like when I wear it, it says that I know like one thing about I don't know actually what it does, but I could do this. That's kind of weird though. I don't like that.
They are drinking some form of champagne.
Prosecco, actually.
Prosecco.
Yeah, it was a little too early for whiskey. I drank a little too much whiskey last night.
my fantastic husband is running an errand to get us orange juice so we can drink mimosas because
Yeah.
it is in fact noon 08 here.
No.
It's a little early to hit the hard stuff, but never too early for bubbles.
Yes.
Poppin'
I'm doing
bubbles.
dry January for some reason. I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do
Good
it.
for you.
And so that's why I'm just drinking water.
That's wonderful.
And Britt and I were like, dry January.
Dry January.
I think it's because I drank so much over the holidays that I was like, I'm going to give my liver a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
No, you just got to keep drinking more.
That's not how livers work. livers
Isn't
livers
it
can
though?
regen. Like, they
Isn't
need
it
the
though?
time to regen.
Pity again.
That is weird about livers,
You're
though.
in the UK. A WGG stream. I can actually tune into UK time. Thanks, ladies.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, Teddy,
Please
I'm so
don't
sorry.
be offended because she's terrible
No,
at
I'm
accents.
stupid. I'm real bad. Hey, I once got some compliments on my accent.
Oh, you did?
From
One
who?
time. I don't know, from two people in the same show. That means something to me.
I mean, but they may not be.
I don't think they said it was actually good. I think it was just like you
that
should
it was just
keep doing it.
entertaining.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Whatever. You
Indeed.
guys are just haters.
Yeah.
Well, shall we get started? And some questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's answer some shit.
It's kind of weird, you guys, because we got started on time today.
Yeah.
Which is a first for us, but we did a lot of prep setting up the studio in advance because of all the changes that we've done. And don't worry, I have some photos and some things that I'm going to actually make a post because I tweeted that I was going to show you guys the after photos of what the total studio looks like. So maybe we'll do like a little video tour or something.
Video tour.
And post that over on the Patreon feed.
Thank you.
But if you guys have questions, don't forget to use the link that one of our awesome mods will drop into the chat for you. The first question is from Elmo Shell. What was your favorite movie of last year?
I didn't see almost any movies, so this is not that hard.
There were so many good ones last year.
But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was very good.
I heard that was good. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
I've
really
heard
good. I
only
liked it
good
a lot.
things.
I'm trying to Google what mine is.
Let's see here. Black Panther is a contender for sure.
That was last year. Wow.
Yeah. I did really enjoy A Quiet Place.
That was really good.
But I mean, I guess it has to be Avengers Infinity War would probably be my favorite.
What was the one you and I saw? The horror movie?
Hereditary?
Yeah.
that
That
come
one
out
was
last year?
really good.
Yes, it
I think
did.
it was last year. Oh,
I really liked Crazy Rich Asians. It
that was
wouldn't,
good
it wouldn't
too.
be my favorite movie of the year, but it was a good movie.
It was nice,
Yeah.
yeah. What else was there? Incredibles 2 was hilarious.
I did
I
not
didn't
see it.
Yeah, I hardly saw any movies.
I think I saw Black Panther. I saw Avengers on a plane. I saw Crazy Rich Asians at your house, and then I actually went to the theater and saw Spider-Verse.
Oh, I haven't
So, like,
seen
I
it
don't
either.
go to the movies.
I don't either. It's really bad. I just watch scary movies.
I need someone to invite me to the movies, and then I will go. But
But you're
I don't.
fine.
Do you
just
want to go to
the
a movie
movies.
tonight, Steimer? Sure. See? It's just that simple, folks.
I'll say
Invite your
yes.
friends to movies. It makes them happy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, those are some good movies. Let us know what your guys' favorite movies were in the chat, what you guys have been watching. Assassina-san says Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah,
I've heard that's really good.
I've been listening to that soundtrack a lot since I've seen the movie too. I'm just like jamming to it.
Just like Sunflower on repeat.
Sunflower is a really good like wake up in the morning song and get going, which is kind of what he does in the movie with it too. But I'm like, this is perfect. Like when I wake up and I'm like, I just put on Sunflower and then I'm like, okay, I get up. I do the thing.
Do your thing.
And then the other songs kind of like progressive. I hear
Left the gaff tape on the table.
Oh, and it keeps rolling. Look at it go.
Nice. I'm also playing with like the
edges of the gaff tape.
Gaff tape.
My bad. What did Martha say? Isle of Dogs was my favorite from last year. So many good boys. There are lots of cute little doggies in that movie. I did not actually.
I would hope so
watch
if it's
it, though.
called Isle of Dogs.
It's just all dogs.
If it's not,
well, there's one boy and then dogs.
If there wasn't a bunch of dogs in that movie, I would be like, this is a 0 out of 10 movie. Fuck this movie.
Oh yeah, false advertising.
Yeah, I'd be really mad.
Intense. All right, next question. Hi, WGG. It's me, James Monzello.
Hello, James Monzello.
Pasta. What's your favorite junk food? Is it pizza or pizza? If anybody says hot dogs, we're not friends.
Oh, damn. Ooh,
Related,
really
what's your
good.
favorite junk video game? You know, that one that's not critically beloved and may even be hated, but you just love it anyway. My most recent one was Mass Effect Andromeda. Before that, I really liked the console Matrix games, both of them.
Wow.
Pizza one more time, and I'm out. Thanks.
Pizza.
Favorite junk food? Give me some chips and salsa, and I can go through a whole bag and a whole jar in one sitting.
I don't know that
easily.
that's
Chips
that.
and salsa?
That's not
Yep.
that unhealthy for you.
Chips? Oh,
Yeah,
tortilla
yeah, it
chips.
is.
Chips.
Tortilla
Yeah, it
chips.
is.
You
Sure,
can
but
have
you
like
could substitute
a
with
serving
something
size
else.
of tortilla chips is like 7 chips.
Yeah, and
That's
a
not
whole
enough.
bag.
No, it's definitely
Give me a
not.
whole Costco bag of that shit, and it's
One of my favorite junk foods is gummies. So like fruit snacks.
Yeah.
really?
Ooh, yeah.
Or basically just fruit snacks. Yeah.
You like fruit snacks or fruit snacks?
Fruit snacks. It's one of those things that you can try to justify to yourself that it's healthy, but it's not. Even though they do have a lot of vitamin C usually because they're full of pear juice. Did you ever notice that?
Yes.
Yeah, pear juice.
I get my
Gummies.
vegetable servings from the salsa I eat, so that's good for me.
Literally just tomatoes, which is a fruit.
I'm trying to justify it.
Okay.
I do love chips and salsa too, though.
I like chips and guac.
Oh, that's good too.
Chips, salsa, and guac, and throw queso in
Oh
the
my god,
mix.
queso, cheesy queso with guac. Yeah.
Now I want queso. Oh god.
Oh my god,
dang
that
it.
taco place we went to last time was so good, but it was way down south.
Taco-licious?
Yeah.
The other one is up in the Mission, so it's also 30 minutes the other direction.
Curses! Why are the tacos so far away? I don't know what my favorite. I guess like 'cause
Buffalo
for
dip?
junk food for me, I'm like that could also include candy, and I'm a big candy person, so I don't know.
What's your candy of choice?
Depends on the month. In October, it's candy corn. In December, it's candy canes. Like the
Do you have
mini
a Valentine's
peppermint
candy that you like?
Fuck Valentine's Day. Also,
I didn't say Valentine's Day, but they have lots of great
they
chocolates.
do have lots of great chocolates. Chocolate in general is one of those things where I don't binge on chocolate because I tend to go for dark chocolate, which is not a thing you want to eat a lot of, which is
No.
part of why I
eat
like
a lot
it.
of dark chocolate.
How much is a lot?
Like, you know, those what's that? It's the white packaging and it has the dude like looking at the chocolate like it's a hot piece of ass and it's like, ooh.
Lindor?
Yeah, I think. wait,
I'm pretty sure.
No, I think you're right, but I just like I had no idea what you're talking about. You're like, it's this.
Yeah, like if you get the dark one, I can just go through half a bar.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Hello.
See, I'm the
Thank you.
opposite.
Orange juice.
Yeah, thank you. You're the best. The straws worked great.
That gas station does not have orange juice.
Oh, it doesn't have little
Oh.
ones?
That's
I'm sorry.
bullshit.
You're fine.
Thank
Flip
you.
this table and walk out.
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate
did work.
chips, greater place. Are you talking about chocolate chip cookies out of the oven, or like do you just put chocolate chips in the oven and then?
That
you-
I would hope not. It would just melt. Ooh, Gushers, dude. Assassina was like said Gushers, and like fuck. I haven't had Gushers in a long time, but those
They're
are real
See, I'm the
good.
opposite. I'm more of like chocolatey rich candy thingies, not like candy. I can't eat too much of that. Like gummies, I could leave gummies.
So let's talk about junk food games.
What?
He also said, do you have
Oh,
junk food
sorry.
game?
I was like, what do you mean? What? Junk food.
Is anyone
game?
else getting audio cutouts? Cuts?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Might just be your internet. You could try refreshing the window that you are in. That might help you.
I feel like we've gotten this question and I never know how to answer it because I'm trying to think of any games that I like that most people don't like. I don't know if I have one. I try to stay away from bad games.
What about Horse Prince?
Okay.
Oh,
Horse Prince has like a 5-star rating. I don't know if that counts.
Does it really?
I'm sure it
People
does.
really
I'm
like
sure
horses.
it does, she
Oh,
says.
I'm sure it does.
She has no idea. It's a 1-star game.
No, it's pretty high up there. I'd be willing to bet like, I don't know what I'd be willing to bet. Hold on. Let me see.
Like, hold on. I need to see what I have that I'm willing to lose.
You talking about this guy?
Yeah, him. Yeah. That's the dude.
Yeah, the
See?
Oh
Lindor
my
guy.
God, he really does look at it like it's a
Yeah,
hot piece
look
of
at that.
ass.
Look at that.
See?
Oh yeah, like I want someone to look at me the way that
Oh
guy
my
looks
God.
at
Hello,
chocolate.
sir.
I'm telling you, man.
He's got like the fancy whisk.
He's like, chocolate.
Oh, Carl, Jaffa Cakes. I don't know how I feel about the orange flavor.
I don't mind them, but they wouldn't be like a go-to of mine. I do really enjoy chocolate peanut butter cups.
Horse Prince.
Those are delicious. You know what else I
Oh
like?
yeah, look at that.
Twix.
Ooh, Twix are good.
Kit Kats.
Oh, see,
I
that
don't
stuff
like
is
Kit
good.
Kats.
You
Twix,
don't like the wafers?
I just think Kit Kats are boring. Like, I like Twix because the cookie and the caramel.
Yes.
It's good.
So Horse Prince out of 2,000 ratings has a 4.8.
That's really impressive.
People really like their
You wanna date a
horse-head
horse?
men.
Horse-headed man.
No,
I am
strike that.
surprised,
Reverse it.
sort of, but not really. I don't know if I have a junk food game.
They have lime Jaffa cakes and strawberry Jaffa cakes. I would try the straw. Actually, both of those sound kind of good. I would try either of those. In general, I'll try lots of candy things.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
for savory stuff, I do really obviously enjoy pizza. Good call. I also like burgers.
Now we're just talking about
This is
lunch
what-
because we
this
want
is how
lunch.
it always happens.
Okay, next question.
Sorry, we couldn't think of any games. I don't know.
I'm struggling to find time in my early 30s to play video games as much as I'd like.
Can
the
relate.
days seem so short. What strategies or schedules do you ladies use to make sure you get some gaming in each week? Thank you as always for being my favorite podcast and for helping my 3-hour commute each day better.
3
AJ
hours?
from SoCal. Also 3 hours, AJ.
That's
Poor,
part of
poor
why you
soul.
can't play games
I've been
because
there.
you're in the
Yeah.
car for 3 hours.
I did that commute when I was like 19 to 22, and I've been there. You don't play games when you have a 3-hour commute.
No.
You don't do it. I think for me, I try to tell myself, this just happened a couple days ago. I was done with my email by maybe, like 11 or something. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go up and play video games now. I'm working on Pillars of Eternity. I'm playing Y2K. I'm playing Divinity. So I have all these big RPGs I want to try to get through. And then I found it was 5 p.m. and I'm like, I'm going to go play video games. And I never got around to it. Something always just kind of comes up. So I wish I could say I found a surefire way to guarantee that I play games. It's just if the stars align and I don't get distracted by something. I don't really, unless I'm reviewing a game, I don't set aside time. I just like do it sometimes. I don't know.
That's I mean, I don't think you can have that much time when you're driving for 3 hours a day, because I would say usually what I do, my schedule's sort of flipped and I don't really play games at night because I need to go to bed so early because I wake up so early. But that does give me a few hours in the morning where I could play. So like now instead of playing at night, if I have time, it would be in the morning. But if you're,
That would stress me out.
I couldn't do it.
Because like you have a very specific cutoff to have to go to work. It would be.
but otherwise I have a specific cutoff and I need to go to sleep, and it's harder to turn your brain off.
See, that's where you and I differ. I don't have a specific cutoff when I go to sleep. I
Yeah.
probably should
Yeah.
make a resolution to get more sleep in 2019, but
I'll give you this
Yeah.
podcast to listen to that basically tells you how much you're gonna die if you don't get sleep. Like, it real bad for you.
you know what? Who wants to live forever anyway?
I mean,
That's what I say. Stay up late and play video games. Just kidding. It's bad advice. What do I do? Strategies. I mean, you guys pretty much said it. Like, that's the strategies. I think
just find out like a time period in your schedule that would work and just try and slot it in.
yeah. Physically put it in your calendar too. Did you say that?
no,
No,
that's
but-
great advice.
But actually, like, so I use Google Calendar to run my life, and if you just like actually put like a 2 or 3 hour chunk in your time, it'll remind you to do it, and you won't schedule anything else over it, and that way you know. I used to do Destiny Tuesdays all the time because that's when the reset is, but since like D2 came out, I haven't really been able to accomplish that because there's just so many other games to play.
It's true.
It's true.
But anyway, hopefully that answers your question, AJ. And I did see that your commute, you said, was only 42 miles. And trust me, as somebody who used to live in Southern California, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, bring your Switch on the toilet with you. That's what Thomas said.
Oh, boy.
That's a good way to do it.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
All right. Good day, ladies. I'm on a holiday right now in Vietnam.
Oh.
Now, Britt, there is a popular local plant dish called Morning Glory. Every time my fellow travelers keep saying how much they are enjoying eating Morning Glory and how delicious it is, I have to cram my fist into my mouth to stop myself from bursting out laughing and shut the "that's what she said" gremlin away in its cage. It is quite the challenge. Now, on to my question. I have been learning about the Vietnam War while I'm over here. The amazing thing is I can recognize and name many of the airplanes and weapons from my experience playing video games. I had a similar experience at the Perth Zoo recently. I was having breakfast with the elephants, as you do, before my Vietnam trip.
What is your life?
There were a stack of dinosaur sculptures around the zoo, and I could identify them all from playing Ark Survival Evolved.
That's
It was
amazing.
That's incredible.
So I would like to know if you ladies have ever found that your gaming experience has provided you with practical, real-world information like this. Love the show and all three of your personalities. You gals are the greatest. From Matt Symes.
So in elementary school, we would have little spelling bees and whatnot. And one of the words was skewer, Skewer. And in Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, there is a attack an enemy can do on you called skewer. And because of that, I had seen how to spell it and I knew what it was. And I impressed all of my little friends. I was like, I know what skewer is. And I dropped some knowledge on them. I'm very proud of that story.
No, that's you know how to spell. It's great.
But they didn't know. And I'm like, I know.
I know, you're like, I know. I played video games.
I know what a
bitch.
skewer is. It's going to stab you. Stabbity stab
It
stab
is
with
gonna
a needle.
stab you.
Yeah.
Gonna skewer some kebabs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I have any.
I'm trying to think.
Real
I don't
world
know off
skills.
the top of my head. Yeah, nothing like comes to mind. But I learned things because of it, like not through the video game, but because I learned how to do HTML because I wanted to for a video game. But that's not the same thing. And I don't know, but that's the closest story that I have.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm failing you here. I don't have any good real world stories, but I think yours are awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Identifying dinosaurs from Ark Survival Evolved. That's pretty impressive. I guess if there was ever an alien invasion, I would be really good at headshotting aliens from all of my time in Destiny, but
would you though?
I wish that translated over like that. That'd be great.
I was like, I feel like you need to go to the shooting gallery in order to actually get good at that.
listen, we're not dealing in an actual reality situation here. This is my fantasy timer, okay? I just, in my fantasy, I'm magically good at shooting guns if I ever needed to shoot a gun.
Fair
but
enough.
hopefully I never have to shoot a gun at an alien. Hopefully that never happens in my lifetime.
That's true. But you'll have some common knowledge of guns because of all your time playing shooters.
True.
That's true.
There you go.
I know the
It's
motion
been a
of how to
long time
reload
since I
them.
shot a gun. The last time I shot a gun was when I did that video piece, How to Shoot a Gun. What was that, 2009?
Wow.
Oh,
2010? 2009.
I don't remember the last time I went.
Not history.
That's when I went to a shooting range.
Said, I guess if I go to Egypt or Greece, I will know stuff based of Assassin's Creed.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had already been to Greece, but otherwise that
Oh,
would be
and
helpful.
Joey! Joey Newell.
Joey!
Oh, what up, girl? Joey, we got to get you down here so you can sit at the new desk setup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. I guess that's a good point. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, I now know the difference between port and starboard
Oh, yeah.
because of all the time on the open seas.
That's fair.
There you go.
There you go.
That's something I still struggle
You learned
with.
a thing.
Hooray.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Hello and Happy New Year. What's good? While you ladies are super high on Anthem, I'm a little reserved, primarily because I've seen and read
From what I've seen
Sorry.
and read.
Solo players like me will not have as good of a time as the game seems to be built for those who have friends or others who can easily coordinate schedules.
Yes.
But I'm happy to see a part of the game will be a free demo on February 1st, giving me the opportunity to try it out and make me want to get the full experience. This brings me to my question. Do you think it would benefit more developers to follow this model of taking a small portion of games and releasing it as a demo? I understand making a new, smaller vertical slice on top of the game they're working on takes time and resources, but I think if more studios did this, it could potentially generate more interest in their projects. Thanks as always for taking my question, and I hope 2019 has been great to you all so far. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Sincerely, Brandon K.
Woo.
You know
Wow.
what? I don't want you to struggle with it, so I'm sticking with G from now on.
Gan.
Gan.
Man.
Brandon Gan.
So what was
Brand
the ultimate question
Ganman.
there?
The ultimate
question-
question is,
Should more studios
just
make demos?
Oh,
But I feel like
yeah.
they've probably already done the math behind it, and there's a reason why they don't. In the sense that, like, they've probably seen it hasn't actually impacted sales that much. Otherwise, they would all do them, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I've been getting a lot of people hitting me up on Twitter saying that they weren't sure about Resident Evil, but they played the 30-minute demo, and now they're like, oh, now I have to get it. Like, someone
I think it might depend on the game
Yeah, it
and, like,
depends on
whether
the
or not
kind
you
of-
need to be, quote unquote,
Yeah, because I think
sold.
about when we go to press events and we play, you know, just like 30 minutes of a game. Sometimes it sells us, sometimes it doesn't. And a lot of that, I think, has to do with, like you said, the game and where they put you in the game. How do they start you off in the game? Do you have to get into the story before? I don't know. So I guess that depends on the game.
yes.
TLDR.
Specifically as it relates to Anthem, we, and by we I mean Brittany and I, got to go to behind closed doors presentation from the team at BioWare ahead of the Game Awards when they revealed the new story trailer, and they talked to us at length about the matchmaking process, which was really interesting because I also had this concern, primarily because I am basing what my expectations off of my experiences with Destiny for this type of a game. And I love that in Destiny, I can jump in with the What's Good Guardians whenever I want to, but if I want to just roam around by myself, I have no trouble doing so. I can do matchmaking and strikes, or I can, just do some story missions on my own or what have you. And they talked about how it's going to be very easy drop in, drop out co-op. And there's going to be matchmaking as well. And one of the things they wanted to focus on was that they wanted to make sure that you didn't have to be on comms in order to have a good experience matchmaking with other people that aren't in your friend circle. So if you're playing solo and you want to matchmake with whoever else is in the world at the time, you don't have to be on microphone. You can just drop in, play with them, and leave, and you never have to technically interact with them at all. Of course, there's going to be an emote system, I believe, and you will be able to interact if you choose to, but they wanted to develop the gameplay so that it wasn't required. And I think that's really awesome. But they did make a caveat that some of the higher level end game content, like they're not dungeons. What do they call those things? Strongholds. Those are designed for 4 people. They didn't say that communication is as necessary as it would be like in a raid encounter, for example.
Sure.
But that they do have some things that are specifically designed to be played together with people, but that you can do the entire game by yourself.
A game like Days Gone could benefit from a demo. A day like Games Gone. A game like
Games
Gone
by.
Days Gone could benefit from some actual knowledge about the game.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just my little.
But,
but what you're saying, I think that's good, and I think. And look, you have people in the chat saying that they're going to team up and play together. So never fret. If that's what's holding you back, there's some awesome people in this community.
Holding me back. Let's
Also,
go.
we'll have to start a What's Good thing, whatever that is going to be an anthem.
Yeah.
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 Gilder
What's
clan or
good?
whatever. All right, next up. Do we have any news on Watch Dogs 3? Asked Cody. We don't, and I don't think we're going to get news on Watch Dogs 3 for probably another year or so, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Because I think right now Ubisoft's focus is on the Division 2 and supporting the other games as services that they have going. I think we would probably see another... Well, I think we'll probably see something from Splinter Cell before we see something from Watch Dogs.
Oh my God, it's been forever.
Yeah, 2011 was
Yeah.
Splinter Cell Blacklist.
So long.
Yeah, that's been the thing the kids have wanted. That just hasn't happened.
Yep.
The rumors were thick.
It's a few years of
As they
Tom
are.
Clancy. Tom Clancy this shit up.
Exactly. What's good, ladies? We saw the news this week that Bungie had split with Activision.
Oh, boy.
Obviously, this allows them to gain complete creative control over their IP, but they also lose the financial support of a big publisher. How much change can this really mean for Bungie in the way they handle Destiny? Do you think they will take their time before releasing Destiny 3? Maybe even wait for the next generation of consoles? Ask Whiskey Jack.
So we did not get to talk about this on the show.
No, because the news broke after we already did the
Yeah.
show. So this is a great question. Obviously, Whiskey Jack, big ups to the What's Good Guardians. I'm excited about this news. I think Bungie has the means and the resources to financially support themselves. So on Games Daily yesterday, when I was hosting with Jared, we talked about how much money it's estimated that the Destiny franchise has made. And Michael Pachter, who is an analyst for Wedbush, who routinely estimates these things, said that he guesses that since 2014, Destiny has hauled in over $1.6 billion. That's a lot of money. That was also a weird laugh.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to express myself. It's like that number made me
Here's
feel a
all of the
certain way.
emotions out at once. I don't know what this is.
So obviously Destiny's doing fine. Have they been slipping in recent months? Sure. But I think that a lot of the changes that they've made with Forsaken and adding the annual pass will reinvigorate some players. And I can only speak from my own experience that there was a long portion of Destiny 2 that I just walked away from. But then once Forsaken came out, I've been playing a lot more because there's just more to do. And it's more fun. And it helps to have active friends. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't. And hopefully if you're out there playing and you don't have anyone to play with, please go to the Facebook fan page, the What's Good Game Facebook fan page. There's tons of people there. We have an LFG channel and a Destiny 2 channel on our Discord, discord.gg/what'sgoodgames. So in regards to, do you think they'll take their time before Destiny 3? I hope not.
I mean, I imagine a lot of that
like it,
framework's
but
kind of
better.
set, right, by now?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think what I was mostly interested in is not necessarily development, although obviously that's a big component of it. But I think it will be interesting to see how this changes their communications. Because I think whenever you get in bed with a large publisher, then you are obviously beholden to shareholders is what I meant to say. And that means typically you become a lot more cagey. Like Activision's a rather what I would call cagey communications company. They're not going to let you talk about whatever you want to talk about. So this does technically free up Bungie to be a lot more transparent if they choose to be. And I think that is something that has been missing from them for a long time. So whether or not that's due to Activision or not, who knows? We'll find out. But that is something that could be alleviated now.
yeah. We'll see.
Oh, I thank you, Beats M97. I got this shirt in Tokyo at Forever 21. And Steimer told me this morning that apparently it's a quote from Kendall? Kylie.
It's Kendall or Kylie Jenner. I don't remember which one.
I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that.
She's like, this is, I don't remember which year she said it, but blah, blah, blah year is the year of realization. And we're all like realizing stuff.
That's so funny.
I saw it in the store, and it's particularly funny buying it in Tokyo because very few people there speak English, or at least the parts of Tokyo that I were in. And I was just like, it's weird.
Kind of fucking great, and it's really cute crop too.
Yeah, it's a cute shirt. I like it a lot.
Do you think Bungie will remain independent?
Yes. At this point, I think they'll take money. Obviously, they took $100 million from NetEase. That story came out back in June. And that's when Pete Parsons first said that he wanted to explore independent publishing. And I think that after being part of Microsoft and after being part of Activision, like, who else would they really want to work with at this point?
Yeah. Hector says it was Kylie Jenner.
Kylie.
Thanks, Hector. Keeping our Kardashian lore
You know what's
straight.
crazy is that
They're
that 10
Jenners. They're not Kardashians.
They're part of the same clan. It's fine.
Same clan. That 10-year deal is almost up, right? And I remember when Bungie announced Destiny and this partnership deal with Activision. I was like, oh my God, 10 years? Like, holy crap. That's so in the future. And here it's like
And now
almost
it's like,
done
oh
anyway.
my God. Time.
Man.
What is time?
I was a wee lass starting up my website at that time. No, I wasn't even doing that at that time. I was blogging on IGN at that time. Oh my
Really?
God. Yeah. Telling you. Crazy.
I don't like
Time
it.
flies when you're having fun.
guess.
Hi, WGG. Since video game content is at the forefront of your career, do you find it exhausting to talk about video games with others when you're not working? Would you rather talk about anything else? Or is the amount of passion and excitement still there after work? I'm a social worker, and after a full day of giving people an ear to discuss their thoughts and issues, I have a hard time being fully present when listening to the problems of the people in my personal life. I know it sounds kind of messed up, but my free time is the only time to decompress, hence video games. Granted, dealing with people's problems is a lot more emotionally exhausting than dealing with video game content, but I imagine after doing anything work-related for a big chunk of the day, you may want to spend the rest of your free time on anything else. Yet I can't imagine ever getting tired of talking about or playing video games, even if it's part of my career. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts as people whose careers are enmeshed with their hobbies. Assassina, not my real name, but my alias.
It's a good alias.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I understand your perspective. Doing emotional work is so incredibly taxing that you would just want to, I get that. You want to no, I decompress now. I think for me on video games, I think it depends on the person. I can get tired very quickly from talking to strangers about video games, but I think that also has to do with the fact that I am a woman, and a lot of times I find that they feel like they are testing me in some way, and I don't feel like being quizzed by strangers. And so like that's the part where I'm always like, I just don't want to have this conversation. And it really doesn't have anything to do with the games. It has to do with them and the way that they're talking to me. But then on the flip side, like my new trainer that I just started with loves video games. So like when he and I when we're working out, we do talk about video games. I've been talking with him about Red Dead. So like,
nice.
So like it just really depends on the person, their tone, whether or not I feel like this is a genuine, nice conversation about games, or if someone is looking to like make sure I'm legit or some bullshit.
Yeah. I'm definitely that person that if I hear someone starting to talk about video games in public, my ears perk up, and I'm like, I don't know what this is all about. This is like a weird.
This is your eavesdropping ear.
Yeah, that's me eavesdropping ear. No, and then I will like listen to him talking, and I won't like interject. I won't be like, well, let me tell you about my experience in video games. But I love talking about video games with strangers and people I don't know, is just because it's fun to get a different perspective on them from people that I don't really know. You know, you just kind of get to hear some different things that I wouldn't hear talking to you ladies, for example. At parties, definitely video games come up. When I first met Jason at the bar, the first question I asked him...
The bar,
Earl's little dive bar in the U District. The first question I asked him was, do you play video games? And he was like, well, I do. And what's your favorite video game? And I said, Ocarina of Time. And he's like, mine too. And then that was that.
Their fate was sealed on that day.
Yeah, especially the more I drink, I want to talk about him. But I think it's interesting because when we're all together, we hardly talk about video games unless we're shooting the show.
Yeah.
Because we're friends.
That's true.
But I think that's because we have the space to talk about it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we don't just like, and we'll casually talk about it, but I mean, we don't like say, oh, well, did you play this last night? And blah,
we talk
blah,
about like other things in our lives.
Yeah, I think the reason, another reason why we don't talk about it is because usually one of us will be like, save it for the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Save it for content. But I'm with you that I also find myself talking about games quite a bit when I'm not working. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have a lot of friends who also work in the industry. And all of my friends who don't work in video games don't live in the Bay Area. They live in Los Angeles or in other states or other countries. And so whenever we just kind of naturally always seem to be talking about games or really talking about industry news or talking about work, like shop talk. But I don't really get tired of talking about games. I really love it. It does make it challenging to decompress, as you're mentioning here.
Yeah.
But I agree that the best way to decompress is just to play games, to maybe play by yourself, put some headphones on and kind of, you know,
I now decompress by cleaning because apparently I've turned into Monica Geller as I've gotten older. It's really fucking weird. Friends? Have you never seen
Monica.
Friends?
No, I've seen I don't.
You could have just said Monica. We would have understood.
But, yeah.
Well, Geller threw me off.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well.
Thanks for your question.
Yeah.
Gratitude. Thank you for dropping this in there. Not sure what happened there. You all girls work and play very well together, but not really having known any of you before WGG. How did you all meet, and what was it that made you decide to work together and then make a business out of it? I know you all have been in the game industry, mostly in media, but when you all live so far from each other, how did you bond at the same time, and what is the story behind the event? Just curious. Love what you do. Keep doing it better each time. Thank you so much for this question. You'd be surprised how often we've got it, but what we've noticed is that because we get new people coming in and out of the Patreon all the time, there's still a lot of people that listen to the show that don't know how What's Good Games started.
True.
And we have for the longest time been saying that we're going to make a video about it so that we don't have to keep explaining it, but we haven't done that yet. Maybe we'll do it this weekend. Who knows?
Who knows?
But to answer your question, we met in various stages over the last several years. So I met Steimer through Greg, well, really through John.
Yeah.
Because you were friends with John. Yeah. And then we all did something together. And then I was like, Steimer's really cool. We should hang out. And then we did. We started getting pedicures and brunches and stuff when she lived here in San Francisco. And then she moved away.
And I'm trying to get you to come move with me because I miss you so much.
I'm working on it. I'm working on my LA plan. And Brittany and I met when we did a panel together at PAX East.
East or West? I don't remember.
I don't remember which PAX it was either.
I don't know.
But it was like 5 years ago.
Was it the getting how to get into the industry or something? One of those.
I thought it was the overcoming something panel. I don't remember which panel it was. We've been on a lot of panels.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of PAXs.
Yeah.
But I met her and I was like, this is a cool chick. I like her. And I love that you were running your own website and it was super awesome. And I remember watching your YouTube videos going, oh my God, her makeup always looks so on point.
Oh. Thank you.
And
You rock that smoky eye, girl.
Before we launched in May, I had started talking to Alexa Ray Correa, our former member, about having a weekly show of some kind, because I have been contracting and freelancing for such a long time. I was like, I want a place where I can go. You know, my friends at Kind of Funny were gracious enough to invite me on. I would do some stuff with IGN and stuff with GameSpot, and here and there I would do guest appearances, but I didn't have like a place. So I asked Alexa if she wanted to start a show with me. And she said, yeah, because at the time she was also freelancing. And then she eventually got a job at Elation working on anime stuff. But she was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we were like, well, we can't just do the two of us. Who else should we ask? And I was like, I think Brittany's done a podcast before, because she and I both guested on a different podcast. And that's how I kind of heard of her podcasting prowess. And then we were like, we need to get Steimer in on this mix too. And we had our first WGG Con, we called it, back in April of 2017. We had been talking about it.
It wasn't in April, it was in May because it was over my birthday.
Oh, I thought it was at the end of April into the beginning of May.
It was my
May
birthday weekend.
Oh, well then. I don't remember that properly. But anyway, now here we are.
Here we are.
Cheers.
Cheers. I met Steimer, God, what year?
A bajillion years ago?
Yeah, I was still blogging for IGN.
I've known you longer than I've known you.
Yeah, I think maybe 2010 I met you ish. That sounds about right. 2010-ish. So I've known you for a hot minute. And like Andrea said, that's our story.
Yes.
That's our
sticking
story.
to it.
That's our story.
JR, we miss Alexa too, but the good news is she's having a lot of fun at Nintendo. She's doing really great. I saw her recently. Her health issues are infinitely better, which makes us all really happy, because we know that she was really struggling there for a while, and so she's doing so much better, and I'm really happy for her. We're trying to figure out a way to get her on the show to talk about Kingdom Hearts. We're trying to like get permission, because she's a Nintendo employee. She's not allowed to be on the show. But I said, I don't know, who do I have to like pay off at Nintendo to allow you to be on the show? So we'll see. No promises, of course, but
maybe
we're
we'll
working
get
on it.
A letter slipped underneath the door, and maybe that letter will have thoughts about Kingdom Hearts on it.
Maybe we'll get an anonymous call-in with a voice modulator. Who knows? Who could say? With the almost unbelievable amount of amazing games that came out in 2018 and are slated to hit 2019, do you feel that it's becoming increasingly more difficult to dedicate time to a particular franchise or games as service? It's becoming easier as folks like myself that wish to play the multitude of amazing games to get spread too thin between games and ultimately miss out on the depth of some of these larger amazing games and games as service can provide. I.e., I'm a huge Destiny player and find it more difficult to find enough time to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, while also deep diving into the other amazing games like Red Dead, AC Odyssey, and upcoming games like Kingdom Hearts, Anthem, etc. This is a great question. You did not sign your question, so we don't know who this is from. So if this is your question, please say so in the chat and let us know.
Yeah.
Were we talking about this on the show this week? No. Maybe I was talking about it on Games Daily.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. Especially like trying to get back into Rainbow Six, which is another live game. I'm just like, can't do it.
It's one of the reasons why I had to abandon Guild Wars and like Guild Wars 2 to be specific. But it's just because like, if I'm playing this, I really don't have time to play anything else. Just especially because my game time is very limited right now. So I had to say goodbye. But I love that game so much, and I would really love to play it more. And I even think, honestly, you might scoff at me for this, but like for Red Dead, I don't feel like I had enough time with it. I didn't have a nice leisurely time with Red Dead, and especially toward the end, I was like, fuck, I kind of need to get through this game because like, we need to talk about it, and I need to move on, and I need to do other things, and like that kind of bummed me out a little bit. But I was also like, this is also just what we do. So.
I think we could all I could have. I don't know about you. Spent a lot more time with Red Dead 2. I did feel like I had that leisurely experience with it, but I mean, I could have gone off and done all the hunting and the fishing and the.
That's what it's interesting to like look at your life and how it's changed, because with Red Dead 1, not that was called, but I did everything. I 100%ed that game. I did every challenge. I did all the hunting. I did fucking everything.
Damn, girl.
And then looking at this, I'm just like, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time anymore. I don't know where the time went.
Yeah.
But it's not there. And so I'm very sorry, Mr. Morgan.
For me, yeah, my problem is I'm on an RPG kick, and that's not good because I'm playing 2 different, at least 100
Are you
hours.
ever not on an RPG kick, though?
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like you just live in RPG land.
I try to, but I feel like it's been
But they're so much longer and bigger now. Yeah.
Girl,
Get that
you set me
pillow,
right
girl.
up at that. Yeah. No, because every winter I get on this kick, and so that's what happened. This winter I started Pillars of Eternity, I started Divinity Original Sin 2, now I'm playing Y2K, and obviously I'm hoping for a Resident Evil 2 code very soon, and then you have Anthem. Yeah, I want to jump into Far Cry, and it's just like there's I
Emma said she knifed a bear. I did knife a bear.
I didn't miss it. Anyway,
That's from
Oh,
Red
Red
Dead
Dead,
Redemption
yeah.
when you had to knife a bear.
yeah, so it's and I already know I'm not going to be able to finish like some of these games are, like Divinity I can probably set aside because I've already finished that game, but it's so fun. But I want to play Pillars of Eternity because when the second one comes out to console, I want to be able to hop into that one. And obviously Y2K is really fun so far from what I've played, but it's also a long game, and anyway, it's fine.
This is fine.
It's a great problem to have, I think, personally.
If you just move a little bit, Andrea. This is fine.
Oh.
The other way. There you go. This is fine.
Yeah, we put the This Is Fine dog back on the set.
Yeah.
We love our Psychomancer, but he just needed a break. The lights were getting to him.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrea, Britt and Steimer.
Yeah.
A while back, Steimer had mentioned Critical Role, and thanks to her others' recommendation, I've been listening to it as a podcast.
Nice.
So
Yay.
thanks, Steimer.
You're
Are
welcome.
there any podcasts you all recommend or just enjoy listening to? Doesn't have to be gaming related. Have a great day, and thanks for all you do, Devin. This is a great question. So I don't listen to a ton of podcasts. I usually just listen to ours and to the Kind of Funny shows. But a podcast that I really enjoy listening to because John got me into it is Pod Save America. So it's a politics podcast from people that used to work in the Obama administration. And I really love it because they break down the weekly news with a lot of insight and detail that I think is much more interesting to listen to than cable news, because quite frankly, cable news, all of it, whether you watch Fox or MSNBC or CNN or what have you, is all just kind of getting to be a massive shit show, and it's disappointing. And so I like the spin that these guys take and the kind of inside baseball knowledge they have from working in government, and they get some pretty fun guests. So that's one of the podcasts that I really enjoy listening to.
I don't listen to many other podcasts either. Every now and again, I'll turn into Kind of Funny Games Daily with my girls hosting because I got to support my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But something I really like that I haven't listened to in a long time, but I think they're still making content, is We're Alive. And that's a zombie audio.
Oh, you still listen to that?
No, not in a long time.
I was like, wait, is that still going?
I think they're doing side content
Okay.
that fits within that world. So it's an audio drama about a zombie apocalypse, and it's incredibly well done, very well produced. All the actors are phenomenal. And Greg and I actually hosted We're Not Dead,
We're
which
Not
was
Dead, yeah.
a podcast about that. It was kind of like Talking Dead was for Walking Dead. And
Yeah.
that was really fun. We did that for a year and a half or something. It was
You
a good
did it
time.
for a bit.
Yeah, that was a good time. So check that out if you want to. It's really, really good. Super fun.
So the one that I continue to listen to, because I had a bunch that I subscribed to and I kind of have fallen off, but The Moth is always a strong one. It's a storytelling podcast. And then the other one, it used to be called The Art of Charm, but this guy that I don't know what the fuck happened, but that's not the same guy anymore. Now he has his own thing. And it's called The Jordan Harbinger Show. Harbinger. Wow, I can't say that word. Harbinger. Harbinger. Just like in Mass Effect. Show. And it basically, he interviews a lot of people who have written books. Usually they're about psychology of some kind. So like, why your truth matters and how to speak it. Or this is the one on the sleep. When I was talking about that, like he interviewed some guy who'd done a lot of research on sleep, and like it basically is all tools to make you quote unquote slightly better person or slightly more self-aware, which is always good. And that's usually what I will listen to nowadays.
Listen.
There was another one that I've downloaded, but I haven't really listened to that I want to get into. It's the podcast from Jonathan Van Ness, one of the new hosts of the new Queer Eye. It's called Overcast. I'm opening up my Overcast app. It's called Getting Curious, I think. Yeah, Getting Curious with Jonathan Van Ness. So I've heard good things about it, and I want to check it out. But of course, you know, we have lots of friends of the show. Pockets Full of Soup, Spawn on Me.
Oh, yeah.
No Clip.
Lots of fun, talented friends doing awesome things.
All right. What is your standard Chinese takeout order, S Mario 3D?
Chicken fried rice.
Ooh. That sounds delicious. Oh, now I want Chinese. I am a Kung Pao chicken girl.
Kung Pao chicken, chicken fried rice, lots
Fried
of
rice. Now I want chicken fried rice. It's
sriracha,
really
lots
bad.
of soy sauce, lots of salt and pepper.
Because chicken fried rice, I honestly think it's when it's reheated, it's way better.
Yes. And then you put an egg on top.
Oh my God. Fuck me up, fam. Let's go get some food.
We're going to be heading to Panda Express immediately after the stream. What's good, ladies? This question is for Andrea. I hope you have received your copy of the Destiny Grimoire anthology book you ordered. I haven't ordered it yet. Whoops. And if so, I hope that you are enjoying it as much as I am. I finished reading mine and has opened my eyes in regards to Destiny. I think it's a must read for Destiny fans. I'm currently drinking tequila, watching all of you on the happy hour. Hope you ladies are enjoying your drinks too. Cheers, Gregory Horton. So I saw a lot of people posting about this a couple of weeks ago, and I keep telling myself, order it. Maybe I'll just pull it up on Amazon right now and do it literally right now.
Is that the thing that goes into all the story and lore of Destiny?
Yeah, so I kind of had hope that one of my relatives
I'm
would
laughing at some Beats saying, well, I'm getting Chinese food today.
Yep.
Because I remember seeing that
Amazon Grimoire,
advertised, and that's something I was actually interested in because I like playing Destiny. I just wish I knew more about what the hell was
John
going on.
Drake being the fucking real MVP. I can go get you food while you're recording. It's not rocket science.
John, you're the best.
John, we love you.
You're very sweet.
John's
You're the best. I like how it says imitation leather. I'm still gonna order it. Okay, here we go. Add to cart. No, just go to buy now.
Why don't they just call it vegan leather? It sounds better.
I feel like I would read
Maybe it's
that
not vegan though.
before I play Destiny again.
Vegan leather just means it's fake.
Not necessarily. Vegan has all these
that's
like
true.
weird
That's true. Like no animal
products.
I don't know what
Chicken and
animal
black
product would
bean
be an
sauce.
imitation
Bam.
leather.
With
Order
friend
placed.
noodles
It's gonna
and
arrive on January
oh.
14th. There we go.
Yeah, I'm
Amazon.
hungry as hell.
Now we're all thinking about Chinese food. Thanks, Mario 3D.
So good.
So I guess I'll have to follow up with you next month. Sorry, Gregory. What's good, ladies? Right now I'm playing 2 games that have more granular difficulty settings than just easy, normal, and hard. Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Crosscode. Minor digression. Brit should totally play Crosscode. It looks like an SNES action RPG, but it is modernized and has an amazing Steam reviews.
Say no more.
Do you think this will
Oh my God, your voice.
industry standard? As an adult gamer, a thing I care about more and more is getting the experience I want out of a game. For me, if I could turn off or simplify every puzzle in a game that is not a puzzle game, it would be great. I would end up looking up the solution on YouTube if I can't figure out the solution in 2 minutes anyway. I'm with you there. Yeah, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider difficulty sliders were really fantastic, and we applauded them a lot when that game came out back in September. And I agree with you. I wish more games did that for sure. Do I think they should come in an industry standard? No, because ultimately each game designer and the vision they have for their game should remain with them. And I wouldn't want to see people have to conform to a standard if it doesn't fit the vision for their game. I personally wish it was more common, but I don't think it should be a standard. Your thoughts?
No, I agree. I'm trying to think. Someone else just did something really cool, and we're like, this is going to be how they're going to do it from now on.
Oh, fuck.
What was, what I'm
It was
talking?
Assassin's Creed updates.
Oh, yeah, what was the update?
It was leveling.
the enemy
The way
level.
enemies level with you.
No, I agree with you, Andrea. I mean, I think it's awesome, and I love it, especially for people who have patience for the puzzles, but they suck at the shooting element of things like yours truly. I thought that was a really awesome thing that you could do, and I would hope that would become an industry standard.
I mean, it would be, I don't know if it needs to be a quote unquote standard, but I do think that developers, that's the right word, should consider more of like, oh my God, that's the way these chairs squeak.
Oh, when you, I don't think anybody can hear them.
They
though.
can't hear them. I can hear it. I'm a human in this
It's
room.
not that bad.
It's the way when I just moved, it was bad. But yeah, in general, it wasn't. It's not that bad. I just crossed my legs in a different way.
Likey.
I think it would be nice if more people considered accessibility things, or both physically and then also mentally sometimes.
Accessibility, I think, is maybe not the same though.
It's not the same, but I mean, I just meant more of like, for instance, I liked that Celeste, it is more of like a Super Meat Boy style game, but Super Meat Boy doesn't have shit on it, right? Like, if you either play Super Meat Boy or you don't play Super Meat Boy, like those are your two options. And
That's fair.
Whereas like Celeste, you're like, okay, well, if I really fucking suck at this, I can still experience
it.
the game. And I think a lot of people, I think people would reject it, and by people I mean the internet land of people who like to shout about things. But at the same time, I'm like, it doesn't take anything away from you. You can still continue to play this game the exact same way that you would want it played, right? But there's just options for those who may need it or want it.
Maybe you guys will be able to see it now that there's orange juice in it.
I like options is what I'm saying. I think I don't know that it needs to be standardized, but I would like options. Oh my god, you know you can breathe through your nose.
Oh my god, what's even happening right now? Oh my god. Okay.
I'm now crying.
It takes so much pressure for me to suck to get it all the way through here.
You know what it reminds me of? God, Elton, can't you suck?
Oh my god, Clueless, so good.
Well, now I'm crying. And it's
That was a moment. That was a moment.
oh my god.
Well, we digressed for a moment there. Now we're back on track.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Andrew wants to know, what do you think about the whole Unity improbable debacle?
I need to learn more about this. I've seen it all over, especially Futter's Twitter handle, but I don't know enough about it.
We were going to talk about this on Games Daily yesterday, and then I made Jared cut it from the rundown because Jared pulled too many stories, and I love Jared Petty. He is a wonderful human being.
Yes.
He is incredibly verbose. And that can be a great thing, or it can be a really bad thing now that we have to have that show on a very specific timetable. But I honestly don't know either. Why don't we look it up?
What are we looking up again?
The stuff that's happening with Unity.
Oh,
I'm tired
Unity
after that.
debacle.
I don't actually
I'm
know
literally just
anything.
Googling Unity debacle.
I'm
Improbable urges Unity to unsuspend their license to rectify
farcical
situation for developers.
Good old farcical situation.
All right, let's yeah, I'll whitelist you later. So let's talk about this story. So this write-up is from TechCrunch. We're just gonna do a little mini
You know what?
WGG right now.
It'll be a little what's
Yeah.
good daily.
There we go.
Exactly, there we go. In a blog post titled A Final Statement on Spatial OS and Unity, the team at the cloud gaming startup aimed to tell their side of the story and implored Unity to clarify their terms or unsuspend our license. Unity is a game engine that developers use to create. We know that part, blah, 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 blah. So the original story is that Unity pulled nuclear option on cloud gaming startup Improbable, terminating their game engine license. That's probably the story I need to be reading.
Yeah, I was like, I think that's the story.
And then we'll read the follow-up. A pair of highly funded gaming unicorns are publicly skirmishing, and the deal could have major repercussions for game developers. Today, UK-based cloud gaming startup Improbable announced that Unity, a hugely popular game development engine, had terminated their license, effectively shutting them out from one of their top customer sources. If permanent, the license termination would be a significant blow to Improbable, which enables studios to host large online multiplayer games across multiple servers. The gaming startup has raised more than $600 million from top investors like SoftBank, some guy named Mr. Horowitz, and Horizons Ventures.
Oh no, Mr. Horowitz.
Just how many Improbable customers utilize Unity as their game engine of choice through Spatial OS GDK is unknown, but the two platforms do share similarities in appeal among small teams looking to innovate. Quote, Unity is a popular engine and popularity extends to people using our game development kit, an Improbable spokesperson told TechCrunch. Improbable Spatial OS platforms also run on the Unreal Engine and CryEngine and can be designed to work with custom engines. That was a lot of engine talk.
Engine number 9.
How did this happen? The way Improbable told it this morning, Unity changed their terms of service last month and then without warning pulled the rug out from under them. That's not how Unity sees it, though. The company penned a terse blog post in response, alleging that Improbable was well aware that they were in violation of the terms of service. Quote, more than a year ago, we told Improbable in person that they were in violation of our terms of service, or EULA. 6 months ago, we informed Improbable about the violation in writing. Recent actions did not come as a surprise to Improbable. In fact, they've known about this for many months. Yikes. Unity developers using Spatial OS spent the day complaining about the move and wondering whether their projects in development would have to be completely reshaped. While the folks at Improbable also seemed unsure about this detail, Unity clarified in a blog post that Spatial OS projects that were live and in production would still be supported. Unity's terms of service isn't exactly the most lucid reading material. I mean, they never are. But the section in question, titled Streaming and Cloud Gaming Restrictions, seems to lay out a fairly clear rebuke of what Improbable does. So, the question then is, why Improbable seems to have been targeted? Asked for comment, a Unity spokesperson referred us to their blog post. The answer probably lies in the partnership that both Unity and Improbable allude they were in the process of reaching. Unity likely wanted Improbable to pay up if they were going to be hosting the Unity runtime on Improbable servers, but the two couldn't come to an agreement.
It sounds like people have some problems that don't involve me.
That's a lot of what's happening in the world.
Also, I love John's commentary.
Yes. Oh, John.
I'll just be over here pop-up videoing this for you.
Yes, be our pop-up
Andrea,
video.
not knowing this, confirmed she wasn't super listening to me when I was talking to her about it.
Oh, John. John, we need to get you a little teacup so you can sip that tea, John. And then he says Horowitz is one of the world's largest venture capitalist firms with a specialty in software. They also have a podcast. It's the last two names of the founders. I didn't say Anderson. Is it Anderson? I don't know how you say that.
I'm sorry, sweetie. It was a long day yesterday. Don't be mad. Or did you talk to me about this on Thursday? I can't remember.
Lord knows.
Obviously, I fucked this up. Now I'm in trouble with my husband. Thanks.
Pop-up video.
Who asked this question anyway? Nobody even put their name on this question.
You anonymous homewrecker. Wow, well, that's something.
Wait, hold on. Maybe they did.
Oh.
No, Andrew.
No,
this is
that's a
Andrew's
different
fault.
question.
Oh.
No, it's a different question.
No, it's here. What do you think about the whole Unity Improbable debacle?
why does it look like it's two?
Because I was highlighting. Sorry. Basically, I think what we think is cool story, bro.
This is why we have such
Kind of an
It
asshole
was
thing to say.
Thursday, John
I'm
says.
sorry, Andrew. Your question is valid. I'm gonna be honest. Even after reading this story, I'm still confused.
I need to go. No, I need to go through and read it again because I was like, "What's happening?" I don't know.
It sounds like. Oh no, it was Thursday. It sounds like something happened. Somebody violated their terms of service, and someone else is mad about it.
People are mad about things in life.
You guys, did we just conclude that someone's mad on the internet?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
Great,
God.
love it.
Yes, we did indeed. Okay,
Shit
let's
happens.
continue on. We have a lot more questions and not much more time. And we apologize in advance if we don't get to your question. We'll try to get through as many of these as possible.
Goodness.
You and one or two video game characters are stranded in the middle of nowhere. Who would you want with you and why? Asks Carolyn.
Lara Croft, because she could help me survive, and then also she's probably taking most of the head trauma.
Nathan Drake.
You could also bang Lara Croft if you really want
I
to.
feel like they're equals here. Well, you could. That's true. It depends on your preference.
Yeah.
I would prefer Nathan Drake.
John, you were not allowed to talk about the time I was on the floor with the cat.
Oh, it's so glorious, you guys. So glorious.
There's photographic evidence of how drunk I was, and I don't know what happened.
You just.
I
the
feel
wine
like
got you.
that one glass of wine, like there was like some roofies in it. Something happened, and I like passed out.
Yeah.
And before I passed out, some
some
shenanigans
roofies
with
in
my
it.
cat happened.
It was really funny. In the safety of her own home, though, she was fine.
Yes.
I would want Nathan Drake because whatever, but I would also want Goku because he is a video game character because he can fly and he can get me wherever I need to go. He can teleport. That's a cheap answer, but that's what I'm rolling.
No,
with.
I think that defeats the purpose of the answer. It's not like who's going to help you escape.
Listen, it's not my fault.
It's who do you want to spend time with?
Oh, who I want to spend time
If you're
with.
stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm thinking more survival too, because I'm
Who
like,
would you
I
want
was like,
with you?
ooh, maybe actually be Joel from The Last of Us, because that he knows what he's doing.
So who would I want with me would basically means who do I want to bang?
Or Ellie.
Yeah, well.
I like that you're.
If I have nothing to do when I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere,
I'm just gonna
definitely wanna
fuck.
You want a point?
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, so
in
Nate-
that case, Cullen's coming with me.
but no, because he doesn't have any survival stuff. He's
He's
just
a military man. He can figure it out.
he's just a magister.
You just said you only wanted to bang, so I
Well,
don't
no,
understand
because
what you're.
Nathan, but bang with a purpose. Nathan Drake has a purpose there. He knows what to do in all the wilderness.
He doesn't really.
he
he mostly
does.
gets his ass saved. He just shoots a lot
But
of
he
people in the
always
fucking
survives.
face.
But he always survives.
He's just a lucky ass
and those
motherfucker.
closest to him also always survive. So Nathan Drake would be my number one. I got my number one. What about you?
Ooh, Charles from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, he would be good. Yeah,
He'd be handy.
He'd be the best. He knows how to do everything, and you could bang him. Again, you could really bang anybody.
You could. That's
It's
true.
not. That's not really.
Actually, it might be better to have a girl so you don't get pregnant if you're stranded on an island.
Yeah, femshep for sure.
Yeah.
I just really want, femshep around all the time.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
You keep thinking, hello, ladies. I hope the new year has treated you well so far. During Andrea's New Year's resolution, she said she wanted to spend more time outside of the gaming sphere. But I'm curious if there's any interest doing so with WGG via non-gaming topics, such as movie, TV, or other forms of entertainment, asks Michael Gonzalez. Well,
Funny
Michael,
you asked that.
Funny that you ask. I have bought a domain named what'sgoodwine.com. Is that show coming this year? Who could say? Maybe it will be. We also have been kicking around some other concepts that we're going to be talking about in the near future.
Yeah.
We don't have anything official to announce at this time.
It'll be good times.
Is that what PR
We do
people
not
say?
comment on rumors or
speculation?
Yes. But yes, of course, we definitely want to talk about stuff with What's Good that are not gaming related. It's just about like, what does that look like? How do we accomplish that? What does that production schedule entail, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, since we're kind of sort of on that page of life, we've been talking about new Patreon changes going into effect in February, but we're going to be pushing that back to March. We haven't obviously officially announced anything, but if you are in this chat, chances are you have seen those posts.
Well, we'll have the changes ready to launch in February, but we have decided to do a live stream in March, so that way when we announce everything, we can answer your guys' questions immediately. And just for the record, it's not everything's changing, everything's crazy.
No.
Like, most of the tiers are actually staying the same. There's just a couple of the tiers that are changing. It's all for the better. You're not getting anything taken away. In fact, you're getting stuff added. So hopefully you guys will be excited about that.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yes. Also, it will be my skincare fridge podcast.
There you go.
They weren't as loud in the sound check. Whatever, John.
Whatever. It's the mimosa.
Should I turn it down? Here, look at this. I brought the mouse over like you suggested. There.
Oh my god!
I just turned the icicle down in
Oh,
OBS.
man.
I just did it.
The world.
Okay.
Fucking-
is at
Are you
our
planning to
end.
stream Anthem when that comes out? Says Esteban. I'm sure that'll happen at some point. Yes.
What's good whiskey?
Have you guys watched recaps of previous Kingdom Hearts games, or are you going in blind?
Going in blind.
Also, will Alexa make an appearance around the release date of Kingdom Hearts Key with the Reward? Hector? Well, we talked
We
about.
just talked about that.
Yeah. So sorry we
And
answered
I'm
your
going in
question early.
blind.
Going in blind.
Oh, here's the question. Hey, Andrew, it's like 23 degrees in Minnesota. Any good Minnesota or North Dakota winter stories? There's a ton. One of my favorite things I like to tell people is parties that I used to go to in the winter. Instead of putting beer in the fridge, you would just put beer in the snowbank outside the back door of whoever's house you were at. So then you would just walk outside, grab a beer out of the snowbank, and you're good to go because it's actually colder outside than it is in the fridge.
There you go.
And there's a lot more space outside in the snowbank. You can have lots
like
of different kinds of beer.
Chuck beers into the snow.
Yeah, well, because normally, it depends on what time of the winter it is, but the snowbanks can get pretty high, and so you just kind of like stick them in there.
That's actually cute.
Yeah, Dylan.
Hello, my little snow fridge.
Yeah, Dylan.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. When I was in college, I vividly remember walking to and from parties without a jacket because once you get to the party, there's like nowhere to throw your big winter coat. And so we would just like pregame at the dorms and then walk without jackets.
Because you wouldn't feel cold because you're so drunk.
Right.
It's fine.
And there was one time when my friend Liz pushed me into a snowbank and I did a snow angel in a t-shirt.
I did that in a tank top in Seattle.
Sounds terrible.
See? Like,
See? Yeah.
well, the timers like that sounds terrible, but yeah.
It
Well,
only
it's
sounds terrible if you've never done it.
Yeah. Sounds terrible.
You have to
Oh,
live.
Chris, I want 90 minutes of Andrea yelling at John Drake. No, I don't want to yell at him.
Oh.
If you had a demon like
A daemon.
a daemon like in the his Dark Materials series. Do you know this series?
Yes. So this is
What animal form would it take?
a
Ask
book
Thomas.
series that was one of my favorite book series, which is why I assume this question is coming up. His Dark Materials is sort of like a
Thank you,
young
ma'am.
adult
Got you.
series that I read when I was a teenager, and he's starting it up again. But these new books come out way later, timeline wise. So the lore of this world is that when you are born with essentially part of your soul outside of your body, and it's an animal.
Like a seal.
No, well, so here's the thing: when you're young, it can change.
I see what you did there, Brittany.
I do too. But when you're young, it can change into anything.
Okay.
And then it sets in like your true form when you reach basically like puberty or like attain adulthood in some way. And so everybody has some sort of an animal that is with them at all times. You don't touch other people's because it's weird. Like it's like a weird spirit. It's your soul basically outside your body.
To like hang out.
And
with
so
you?
it's always with you. If it goes too far away, it's painful. Like it's a lot of different things, and
fun.
you can talk to them, and like they're you basically just talk to your soul. But
That's cool.
So after reading these books, I love the idea of a big cat, like a leopard or something. But practically speaking, I feel like it would need to be a bird because then they can kind of go anywhere. Like they don't have any travel issues.
So what would it say about you as a human if your spirit soul is a naked mole rat?
The fuck, Brittany?
I was intentionally having a long pause because,
I'm
as Steimer said, "What the fuck, Brittany?"
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Oh my god!
I think we just leave
I'm,
that.
like,
I think we
super
just
into this
leave that
question.
and move on.
Mine would be a raven. Just saying.
But you don't get to choose your spirit animals,
You
right?
don't, but I'm just saying if I
So,
could
like,
choose.
So I guess like my actual question was, I'm watching it over there and it's fucking ridiculous. Okay, so like if your spirit animal is like a mangy wolf, like does that mean you're a bad person? That's kind of like what I was trying to get at.
Not
No.
necessarily,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Hi, is Resident Evil 2 show a chat discussion? You know what I mean, with Britt and Michael Huber from EZA still happening? Ask Sergi.
This is something that a lot of people have been asking for. He and I haven't talked about doing this, but I
Would
think,
you like me to make that connection?
yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
I'm on it. Andrea, as our resident Destiny expert, did you expect to hear a major announcement from Bungie this year to compete with Anthem in the Division 2? Asked Sean. No, I don't. I don't think Destiny feels that they have to compete with either of those two games because they have a very dedicated audience. But once Anthem comes out, a lot of the What's Good Guardians are talking about playing that game. I think once Bungie releases the next season, which is the season of the Drifter, we'll see what it looks like. So far, everything's been fine. I wouldn't say the Black Armory, the season of the Forge, has been particularly motivating or exciting. But hopefully, the season of the Drifter will be better. Hey, ladies, what is the first video game you can remember finishing? Mine was Clona 2? Clona 2? I don't know what that game is.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
On the PS2. Says Tiffany. Honestly, we've got this question before, and I don't remember what I said. I don't think I
I also
remember
don't
finishing my
remember.
first game.
It had to have been.
Mario?
Oh man.
Must be Mario. Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I don't remember if it was an SNES game that I finished first or a PC game. That's why I don't know.
Shout out to the naked mole rats.
Um,
Chat.
Yeah, Shugani says, I work with those animals. They are amazing. I guess you would be a queen and you wouldn't feel pain and live forever.
And no, not history. I'm not that drunk. I'm maybe tipsy. I'm just a weird human.
I don't remember. Either it was one of the quests for glories or it was Mario, but I don't remember which.
I think mine was Super Mario World. Yeah.
Ross Haney asks, hey ladies, how y'all doing? Just like Britt, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan and can't wait for the upcoming Resident Evil 2 remaster. My question is, are you thinking of doing a lights off stream for it in the future? Love the show. Keep up the great work. Can't wait to see what content we'll bring for 2019. All the best.
Yeah, so for that to happen, I mean, I'm going to play this as soon as I get my hands on it, and I am not waiting for no one. But I guess it kind of depends on, will we play it if we've already played it? Because that's probably content that we wouldn't make for a little bit. So I don't know.
So what she's not saying is, no, she won't be streaming it in the sense of when it's out new and play it, because she needs her personal time with this game, and that probably won't be as engaging to watch.
No.
So she's gonna play it through the first time by herself on her own, and then afterwards maybe the three of us can do something together, maybe like for an after-hour stream in the future. Simon's gonna be playing the demo just after this if you guys are part of the after-hours tier. Don't forget, if you want to join in, just head on over to Patreon and up your pledge for today. But unfortunately, Britt has a relationship with this game,
this'll be good.
and she just needs some private time. I'm not going to go into it any more than that. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer, for asking the Bungie question. We already talked about that. Beatrice asked, do any of y'all watch anime? And if so, what's like your top 3 or top genre? Thanks for all the content, jokes, and lovely personalities.
Yes. Yuri on Ice is amazing. You should all watch Yuri on Ice. Yuri on Ice is about gay ice skaters, and it's fucking beautiful.
It's amazing.
And so I used to watch Sailor Moon and I would read manga. Like I would subscribe to Mixing. And now me and my friend Cindy have gotten very into, because of Yuri on Ice was our gateway drug into boy love anime. And so what boy love anime is a genre that is designed for women about gay men. It's written by women for women. Well, maybe not necessarily by women, but it's definitely designed with women in mind. But it is all about gay relationships between men.
It's amazing.
And like, it's fucking incredible, and I love it so much. And so her and I have anime dates where we sit and we order katsudon and we just fucking watch boy love anime.
If you want to count Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT,
If you want to count Dragon Ball,
I
it's one of the most popular animes in the world.
No, I say that because there are a lot of folks out there that get very upset because it doesn't follow a lot of the traditional anime, whatever you would tropes. But I consider it, so that's why it's my number one. That I love Inuyasha, I love Fruits Basket, I like Weiss Cruise, Night Hunters, Outlaw Star. Yeah.
The only anime ish, and I say ish because it feels a little bit more mainstream than a lot of other anime that I've really ever gotten into or watched is the Last Airbender. And a friend of mine got me into that series when I had first moved to LA, and we watched it together, and I was really digging it and really loved it. I haven't watched it for a really long time though.
I love anime so much.
Emma Acorn says by women. No, it's not BI women, it is BY. Like, it is by women, created by women for women. All about gay men. There's never gay women in these, which is why it's called boy love anime.
Emma asks, I hear a lot about I hear a lot of talk about potential 2020 games being for next gen, and I wonder, why would anyone want to pass up the potential audience for the millions of consoles that are already in the wild trying to push sales of a whole new console? Great question.
Those consoles.
They wouldn't. Most of the games that are going to be releasing at the beginning of the new generation will have a installment on the old generation as well. We saw that when we transitioned from PS3, Xbox 360 to Xbox One, PS4. Most of the games that came out in that first year or two had versions available for both consoles.
Like Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even like a game like Destiny. Like that game came out on PS3 and Xbox 360. But so they wouldn't want to miss out. But certain specific games, particularly console exclusive games that are designed for the new technology, will only come out on one system because they are specifically designed for the new technology.
And they want a reason for you to buy it.
Yeah.
Correct. So somebody like PlayStation, for example, could take a game, a console exclusive like Death Stranding, let's say, and exclusively release it on PlayStation 5 because they want that to be a reason why people buy the new hardware, because they're like, I've been waiting for this game. I love Kojima. This game looks crazy and wild, and you can only get it on PlayStation 5. So that'll push people who maybe would have waited a year or two into the console generation to maybe consider buying sooner.
Yes.
It's true.
But if you're a third party, there's no reason.
And because the platform holders have a lot of flexibility in the success of a game, they can take that risk. And Sony in particular tends to bet a lot of money on games that maybe don't have as big of a return as they would if they were multi-platform. Xbox has been pretty weak in the first party exclusives in the Xbox One generation. Xbox 360 they were much stronger in, so I guess they have a lot more to prove in whatever is coming next for Xbox, but they can kind of absorb that game not selling as many units if it's part of their strategy to sell a hardware.
Halo Infinite.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I hope that game
That needs to be
is
in
good.
Xbox.
I really just want to be good. I don't think that'll be exclusive to the new hardware.
No, but it will be. On
That
the
will
next
definitely
hardware.
come to Xbox One. Okay. We've got just a couple more questions, and then we're going to wrap this up. What's good, ladies? I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about Kingdom Hearts 3, and I want to play it on the day it releases, so I'll be taking the day off of work to do so. Have you ever taken a sick day to play a video game? Also,
Yes.
thank you to the WGG crew for your amazing podcast.
Final Fantasy.
Jillian Benoit.
Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, it's Benoit.
Benoit.
Jillian Benoit, because of course my name is difficult.
Benoit.
Yeah, it's French.
Final Fantasy 13 was a day I definitely called in sick for, and that was kind of a disappointment, just because that was just a weird Final Fantasy game that a lot of people were kind of turned off by at first because it was super linear and just not what we'd all kind of expected. That's the one I can think of.
I think I did it with Mass Effect too. I took a day off, and then, but I think I waited until the Friday so that it was just like a 3-day weekend of Mass Effect.
I've never done that.
Look at you, PP Pure.
Well then,
I know. I'm kind of the worst.
No, you're not.
I'm a big rule follower.
That's fine.
I couldn't do it. But
I'm sick.
in hindsight, I wish I had. So you're telling me I just got to call in on a day of WGG because I got to play a game?
See, no.
Got
This
it.
is the problem about being self-employed is you can't call in sick.
That's true. True. The quieter moments of Red Dead 2 have made me imagine playing a more realistic Harvest Moon-esque game.
Oh!
BioWare cross Harvest Moon ? And super wanting that life. Have you ever played a game that made you want that style for another franchise? Asked Jennifer McNichol.
I love Jennifer
Skipped
McNichol.
this one by accident.
Jennifer, I love you. I've always wanted a realistic Harvest Moon game. Give me like an M-rated Harvest Moon game. I want to boink people. I want to be able to kill people. Just give it to me. Anyway, what?
I mean,
no.
that's just
My thoughts
Oh.
are consumed with that by
yeah.
now.
Hey, ladies.
What? Oh,
What game do you think you've been the most addicted to in your gaming life? Personally, mine is Stardew Valley. I'm 180 hours in and I've remodeled my farm maybe 10 times, trying to get it Reddit worthy, and don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Love what you do and all the studio makeover, although it's missing something. Maybe the Kinda Funny championship belt. Kinda Funny pay-per-view, Andrea. You got this. Teddy, insert Brit accent. Today.
Go. Oi, cheerio.
It is missing the bell.
Period.
I fucked that up, you guys. I feel really bad about it. If you guys watched the stream, you saw how
No,
upset I
like,
was.
this is all-
I warned you that I was a bad loser, by the way. And
This
I'm
is
a bad loser.
unconditional love here. No one's judging you. Mine's definitely Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons is my most addicted game. I typically have to pull myself away because it gets to the point where I'm in the grocery aisle at Safeway, like the fruits and vegetables, and I see like an eggplant, and all I can think about is giving that to someone to raise their affection toward me. Like it gets real bad.
That's crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
you see? Is it really an eggplant?
Yeah,
like,
'cause
that's
you-
very
'cause the egg-
sexual.
That's the dick
Because
emoji.
it is. But the eggplants in game and IRL are the vegetables that look the most similar because they're just like this big purple blob, and so it resonates with me.
Mine's obviously Guild Wars 2 because I have 1,100 hours in that game.
That's intense. I think my game was Paragon.
Oh,
I spent a lot of time playing
Yeah.
Paragon. Love that game. I'm really kind of still devastated that it's gone.
You'll never get over it.
But for now, it's Destiny for sure. Destiny 2, all in that life.
Yeah.
Um,
My bladder's gonna burst.
hey y'all, what's your favorite pizza topping? Asked Carl. And then
Hot
we have one more
sauce.
question.
Sriracha,
like-
Frank's.
Just straight up pepperoni is always pretty good. I've done pepperoni and black olive. That's what I used to order when I was younger. And it's really good. It's really salty.
I love pepperoni and black olive. I love green peppers and mushrooms. I also love a good pineapple and Canadian bacon. Go ahead. Fight me. Let's go.
Why would
you
I
want to
fight
make it
you?
even better? Throw jalapenos on that bitch.
No one's fighting you right now,
Jalapenos,
Andrea. No one is fighting
pineapple,
you. Take a breath.
and Canadian bacon.
Wow. Can someone gift that? Because that was really cool.
She got her so.
Yeah. Woo, I'm a little hot and bothered over here.
It's like, now I want pizza. No, I want Chinese food.
I want both. Can we have Chinese food on
Porque
pizza?
no los dos. And tacos, let's go.
Dude, I mean, like, that would be a feast.
It would
go
be a
feast.
feast for the ages.
We got a half hour before
Indeed.
Simon plays Resident Evil.
All right, final question of the show. Hey guys, this is my first Q&A. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to finally be a part of this community. I wanted to start watching Twitch streamers and was wondering if y'all had any recommendations. Hopefully other ladies, asks Rainy. This is a great question. So one of the girls that we've gotten the opportunity to work with at a show in the past was a streamer named Continue. She's awesome. So it's with a K, K-I-N-T-U-I-U-E. No, I spelled that wrong.
No.
Hold on.
Continue.
Let me look up her actual channel.
Tinue.
Continue.
Continue. Nope, that's the wrong name. I spelled it wrong.
We're
But
working
there's
on
no
it.
N.
Spelling
Kin.
Oh,
Kin.
whoops.
is hard.
Not Kit.
Continue. Is that right? Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. So it's Kintinue. She's great. She's awesome. So she's one of our one of the girls that we've done some stuff with in the past. If you're looking for her as a streamer, she streams all the time. OMG, it's Firefox we've also worked with. She's fantastic. Sonia is one of the biggest streamers out there. She streams all the time. She's also great. I'm sure people in the chat have some of their favorites. I don't watch as many streamers as I should because a lot of times if I'm not working, I'm playing games and not watching other people play games. It's tough because I think that I could benefit a lot as a gamer by watching other people play because it would make me better by watching people who are good at games play.
But good.
I don't do it very often.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a couple. Do you have any that you would like? Do you like to watch?
I don't watch a lot anymore. Kitty Plays is obviously another really big one. And then a friend of mine named Bijou. I don't remember what her Twitch name is though. It's Bijou. But I think she Bijou Twitch, and I'll just see. Yeah, Bijou Demi is her name on Twitch. She's really good and she's fun and she's also sings sometimes and she has a beautiful voice.
Ooh.
So
I just don't watch streamers.
Friend of the show, Mary Kish, also streams on Twitch because she works for Twitch, but she streams quite a bit. So that's Mary, Merry, Kish, Kish. She was the one who came and did our behind the scenes tour that debuted at TwitchCon last year. So she streams quite a bit too. So
yeah.
hopefully those are some good ones for you. You guys, that brings us to the end of the happy hour Q&A.
I am so excited for what's coming.
Resident Evil 2 demo.
Yeah, if you're after hours patron is going to play the Resident Evil 2 demo. And I have step-by-step guide for you so I can tell you what to do if you get lost or confused.
And then after...
You two are playing Overcooked too.
Overcooked too.
Overcooked. I'm hoping that I have high hopes for us, Andrea. Because like I said, I 3-starred every level with Alana. So you've got a little competition in the wife
dare you.
section.
I will be in chat staying far, far away from this situation. So let's hang out. It'll be fun. 2:00. Half an hour from now.
We are going to take a little break. Thank you so much for being part of the What's Good Games Patreon. We say this every month, and it remains the same, that we love doing this with you guys. We love chatting with you and talking with you and taking your questions. And we look forward to many more happy hour Q&As. We hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
No awkward
Bye.
walk.
Bye, everybody.